In 2021, the UK granted 1.3 million visas to enter the UK. Of this, 432,000 were student visas, 39,000 visas were for family, and 183,000 visas were for other reasons. Now, if 878,000 people can make it to the UK without a job offer, can you as well? The answer is yes. So if you want to move to the UK but you've been stressing about the fact that you haven't landed that job yet, so you don't have a visa sponsorship, stress no more. Because in today's video, I'll be telling you how you can move to the UK without a job offer in hand. And I'm also going to be sharing some special tips, so make sure you watch all the way till the end. So let's start off with the elephant in the room. Is it difficult to move to the UK? The truth is, it is. But if the previous numbers proved anything, it just shows you that it is not impossible. So if you're from the EU, it's a lot easier if you want to work in the UK or if you want to move to the UK. But if you're from India like I am, it's a little trickier. But is there a way out? Well, the UK has a lot of visas, and the way for you to approach this is to know what visa you are actually eligible for apart from work visas. So let's get started. To start off, there's the Youth Mobility Visa. While this visa existed for other countries in the past, India was only added to the list earlier this year, and that's really good news. So if you are anywhere from 18 to 30 years in age, you qualify for this visa. This visa allows you to live in the UK for up to 2 years, and that's great, isn't it? While you're on this visa, you can do most courses in the UK, and you can also take up almost every single job in the UK with a few restrictions. Now, if you'd like to know more about this particular visa, type out Youth Mobility Scheme in the comment section below, and I will make a video if a lot of you write this in. Now, if you have a new and an innovative business idea and you'd like to move to the UK, you can apply for the Startup Visa. Bear in mind that your idea needs to be new and innovative and not something that's already being done in the UK or any market. And apart from that, it should also have scope or potential for growth. This visa allows you to stay in the UK for up to 2 years. And if you'd like to stay beyond that, you will have to switch to a different visa type because there's no scope for extending this visa. But the good thing is, on this visa, you can bring along your family, which is your spouse and your children as well. And apart from that, you can also work for a different employer as well as yourself, so there's no restriction on that. This visa costs £363, which is about 36,000 rupees if you're applying for yourself, and an additional £363 for every other dependent that you add to this visa, plus health surcharge. Now, there's also the Innovator Visa, which is very similar to the Startup Visa, but with some changes. Let me tell you what. The Innovator Visa is for people who have already established businesses in the past and have about £50,000 to invest in their business in the UK. That is about 50 lakhs. Now, apart from that, while the Startup Visa allows you to reside in the UK for 2 years, the Innovator Visa allows you to reside for 3 years in the UK. And the good news is you can also bring your family along with you, which is your children and your spouse. But the tricky part with the investor visa is that, unlike in the case of the startup visa where you can work for anyone else, in the case of an innovator visa, you can only work for the business that you are establishing in the UK. You cannot work for anyone else. The other thing is, this visa is a lot pricier than the startup visa. In the case of the Innovator Visa, it will cost you £1,021 to apply for yourself and an additional £1,021 for each of your dependents that you add to your visa. That's about 1 lakh for each of the visas. And of course, there's health surcharge above that. But before we move ahead, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so now. And also click on the bell icon for notifications. Alright, now I know a lot of you are probably considering moving to the UK. Maybe some of you have been trying out for a while now. So bear with me for a second. Why don't you put it out into the universe? Tell the universe that you want to move to the UK this year. So for starters, write out in the comment section below, I want to move to the UK in 2022. And after that, let me know what specific topic you need help with regards to moving to the UK, and I will try my best to help. Now, moving on to the Global Talent Visa. If you can prove that you are a leader or a potential leader in the field of digital technology, this visa is for you. Some of the fields that are considered are fintech, which is financial technology, there's gaming, there's cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. Well, how do you know if you qualify for this visa or not? Well, for starters, your background can be either financial or business, and what you can also do is check this link to see if the role you are falls in under this list, and if there is, then you are eligible for this. You can also gain eligibility if you won an award. So if you check this link here, check if the award you've won falls under this list, and if it does, you are also then eligible for this visa. Now the deal with this visa is you have to apply for an endorsement and pay for an endorsement, and then you have to apply for your visa separately and pay for your visa separately. So it's two sets of costs. So the endorsement by itself costs about £456, which is about 45,000 rupees. And the visa by itself is £152, which is about 15,000 rupees. You can also take your family along with you on this visa, but bear in mind that you will have to pay an additional £608 for each family member who is traveling along with you and moving with you to the UK. And then there's health surcharge. Now, moving to the family visa. She does not come under the family visa, although I strongly disagree. But in all seriousness, if you're planning on moving to the UK to marry somebody who's either a British resident or has an ILR or an indefinite leave to remain, you can apply for a family visa. Now bear in mind, this is only if you plan on staying for longer than 6 months. If you plan on staying for less than 6 months, all you need to do is apply for a standard visitor visa. Now this could be to live with your parent, your child, your spouse, or even your fiancé, or you could be going to live, if you're an adult, with a relative who is going to take care of you over the long term. If you are joining your spouse, your parent, or your child, the visa costs are £1,523 or approximately 1.5 lakhs. It costs an additional £1,523 for every person who's added to a visa as your dependent. But if you are an adult who is moving to the UK to be looked after by someone in the UK, a relative in the UK, it's going to cost you £3,250 or approximately 3.2 lakhs plus health surcharge. And then there's the Ancestry Visa, which is all the more important because of India's history with the UK. If either of your grandparents were born in the UK, you can apply for an Ancestry Visa to live in the UK for up to 5 years. With this visa, you can work for somebody else, you can start your own business, you can be self-employed, you can be the director of a company. There aren't really too many restrictions. If you're coming on an Ancestry Visa and you'd like to stay in the UK for longer than 5 years, you can renew your visa after 5 years, or you can just apply for a settlement or an indefinite leave to remain. An Ancestral Visa costs about £516, which is about 51,000 rupees. And then, as always, there's health surcharge on top of it. Now, student visas make up one of the biggest brackets in the UK, with 33% of all visas being student visas. Now, the good news about this visa is that even if you're studying in the UK, you are allowed to take your family and your spouse and your children along with you, as long as it's a PG course. Now, bear in mind, you need to be above 16 years to be eligible for this visa. And once you get to the UK, you can stay from anywhere from 2 to 5 years, depending on the length of your course and the nature of your course. If you'd like to know more about this visa, click on this link. Now, what happens if your partner or your spouse is already working in the UK and you'd like to join them, or you're just getting married and you'd like to join them? Well, you can always apply to join your partner on their existing visa as a dependent. It depends on what kind of visa they are, but in most cases, in the case of skilled workers or students who are doing PG courses and above, you can always add yourself to their visa as a dependent as long as their visa permits it. Okay, now, where do you start? Where do you begin? It can be really confusing. Well, if I were you, I would first find out how many visas I'm actually eligible for. And there's an easy way to find that out. Visit this link and it'll actually tell you how many visas you're eligible for if you answer the questionnaire. Now, while these were all the options that I had listed for moving to the UK without a job, if you would like to take up a job in the UK and you would like to work in a work visa, you can check out this video for all of the information you need to know on work visas.